Hey guys, welcome back to Moko Talks. My name is Moko, and I understand that it's been a long while since I made any videos on this channel. It's been a tough couple of months, and I really didn't have any motivation to make any videos for gaming in general. I honestly did not care what's been going on online. I didn't care what X, Y, or Z company's been doing. And honestly, it's just been very difficult to try to care while I had some immediate mess that I had to deal with. But that's done. I'm back, and gonna try my best to keep the content going based on what's been going on in the gaming industry. Anyway, if you're new here or if you're a returning viewer, and I'm hoping you are, a little bit of an introduction to what I do in this channel since it's been so long and I'm trying to get back into it. Basically, I talk about certain events that happens in the gaming world. It could be about a player, a streamer, or a gaming company, or a game that's been just released, or a game review, or a trailer. I try to react to it and try to give my best to provide my opinion regarding this particular game. And I made this channel because I have so many thoughts that I want to let out, and the only thing I can do it is online and to people who are willing to watch it and that resonates with me, because in real life I don't actually have that. Anyway, let's get to the topic of this video. I want to talk about AAA gaming companies versus indie game studio companies. Basically, I've reached a certain point where I am immensely disappointed with anything related to, and not just disappointed and disgusted by anything made or being developed by a certain type of companies, especially AAA. And to name them on just the top of my head: Ubisoft, EA Games, Bethesda, Blizzard, BioWare, and Insomniac Games, Naughty Dog Games. I am so very done with these companies. Any games that's gonna be made by these specific companies, I am not buying it. I'm not buying it. I'm not gonna put any effort in trying to know what they're developing anymore. These companies have just destroyed any and every point of integrity and trust that they can get from me. If you are willing to still support them, it's your money, man. You can do whatever you want with it, but hey, don't let us hear about it. All right, just don't defend them anymore. It's over. So what basically brought up this kind of discussion out of me, this kind of opinion out of me? The recently released games such as Suicide Squad and Skull and Bones basically just made the nail in the coffin, because we are getting so many good releases out of indie game studios, or smaller studios, not particularly indie games, but smaller studios with better gameplay, graphics, and written storylines that is just not worth anymore to pay $60 to $70 for a half, not even half, but barely a game, that's just made by so many like ignorant people that don't appreciate the art of gaming anymore, and they just see it as a as just customer and product. And games are an art. They are sort of art form, even if it's basically math and numbers, development, which it is. A lot of art goes into it. A lot of amazing worlds being built based on books written by absolutely amazing authors, which gave us so many good games like The Witcher, like Cyberpunk. Like, even though Cyberpunk is in a gray area, it's still a good written game. Games like Dragon Age, for example, where the source materials were all books written by amazing authors, and then, or actual gaming companies that invest in the writing group and they get actually good writers to create such an amazing phenomenon that are video games, which is either can be single player or multiplayer. Both can work. For example, I can give a great example regarding multiplayer game that has an amazing writing, which is Final Fantasy 14. Like, it has amazing writing, amazing storylines that a lot of people actually play the game for the story instead of just, you know, doing dungeon, which is, you know, it is an MMO with that thing. It used to be the case for Guild Wars 2, but then it got hijacked by, you know, again, bad faith people. That's basically what the whole industry, the AAA industry, boiled down to. A lot of people with very bad, a lot of bad faith, a lot of hatred towards certain content that they just wanted for themselves and only themselves, and they wanted to reflect their own values instead of actually creating some of the most cherished values that we've known throughout all mankind. To gatekeep these games, gatekeep people from actually enjoying them. And which people they're gatekeeping? The people that they initially rebel against, that has these values that we've been trying to nurture throughout the whole humankind. And I'm sorry, but most of the gaming companies in the United States are just controlled by garbage human beings with with exhausting takes, exhausting ideologies, with basically they are the degenerates, you know, that have taken control and taken hostage all of our beloved franchises and have run them to the ground. You have a lot of honest and good working people being fired because they're not inclusive enough. You have people that are not being hired because of their skin color. Mostly it's white. You have a lot of people that are not getting enough chances in the gaming industry world now because of their because they're not gonna bend the knee or conform to any of these insane ideologies. And I see myself going into more and more into the smaller studios. I'm trying to find these smaller studios, find these smaller games that are actually worth putting my money in. You know, I can buy a game like Helldivers 2, which costs $48, instead of buying Skull and Bones, which costs $70. Which, by the way, $70 for a game that's called quadruple A. What is that? And it has received so much bad reviews, and the gameplay is non-existent. That even if you play Black Flag, you better off playing Black Flag than playing Skull and Bones, which has been in development for 10 years. My god, 10 years, and this is all you get. And if you are into the gaming world as I am, you can watch one of the better, I have to admit, he's much better than me, one of the better people that reviews these kind of storylines. That he's a more of a journalist than I am, and he has more time to actually dig in this type of news. Is Upper Echelon, that just made a video like not a week ago regarding Skull and Bones issue, and then Singapore's branch. And the news that you see, the news that you hear and read about these companies nowadays, the shitty tactics they use, the lack of business ethics that they are introducing into their product, into their final product, just absolutely motivation for me to buy any of their games anymore. And they have the gall to overprice it. What's going on there? Anyway, I just, as I grow older, I just find myself more detached than these games, video gaming company that I grew up with. And the thing that really annoys me is seeing people defend these practices. This reminds me of back in 2010, when you have mobile gaming players or people, you know, that plays mobile games like Candy Crush, say, oh, I'm such a gamer and a nerd, and they only play Candy Crush. This is basically the same thing with these people that play Ubisoft games, that say, oh, Skull and Bones was actually pretty fun. You have no taste, you haven't touched any other games for you to say that. or people that keep defending Naughty Dog's remaster, and remake of the same goddamn fucking game 50 times in a row, and people still defend that. How is that possible? Or you get games like Tomb Raider that gets like this stupid message when you want to play the game when you already know what it's about. Like, it's such, it is exhausting. It's exhausting seeing this stuff over and over again, especially in one of your preferred games. The nostalgia just gets destroyed, and your childhood, your memories, everything is just gone when they literally shit on it in front of you. And you get people that are just cheering for them. It's sad, really. And before you rush in the comments like some of the past videos that I have saying, oh, I'm a PS pony or an Xbox fanboy, I consoles. I've owned maybe 2 PlayStations, a PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, maybe a PlayStation 3 at some time, but that's about it. I've never owned consoles a lot of times. Like, when I got old enough to buy a PC, I just bought a PC and never looked back. I don't care about your exclusives, you can have them. You know, they're not worth it. Sony Entertainment is a shit company as well. That's making shitty games like Spider-Man. Yeah, Spider-Man is not that good. No, sorry. You can actually, I'm not sorry. You can argue against me as much as you want. It does barely have any good storyline or gameplay. Yeah, it has shitty gameplay. Yes, I can play Yakuza, which has much better story and gameplay and length, by the way, and it's not exclusive. And Xbox, I'm not really that much of a fan either. I have a PC. Why would I need an Xbox? I don't have to play Halo because, as I've seen, it's also bad now. So you can come at me with your comments saying that I'm only a hater regarding these companies and games. But if you're stupid and dumb enough to pay $70 for a game that is absolutely garbage, and that literally gaming testers have, beta testers have said it's boring, and that has barely any gameplay in it or storyline or the core fact of it, you know, of the essence of the game that is marketing itself to be, hey, then you're a dumbass. I'm sorry, live with it. That's your taste. If you don't like it, go try playing other games that other people are liking instead of just playing one game and saying, oh, I'm having so much fun with it. If you're an Activision Blizzard fanboy and only appreciate Call of Duty and willing to pay $80-$70 to play this same game over and over again, which, by the way, they're remaking and remastering most of all old Call of Duty games because they're running out of ideas, and you're not noticing that yourself, and you're not actually stopping yourself with it, and you're still drinking from that Kool-Aid, then that's your issue, my friend. I'm just telling you the facts. I'm just telling you what other 5 million people are telling you, but you just don't want. You're stupid. You're too stubborn enough to hear it. Or buying Diablo 5 or 4, I don't understand, Diablo 4 Hort for $70. It was just like, it's like a whole game there. If it's a quadruple game. So based on this, just trying to summarize this video and trying to give you a nice little bow tie at the end of my opinion regarding this kind of situation. As I grow older, I'm appreciating more and more smaller studios, and I'm actually trying to find them. And I'm pleasantly surprised that there are so many studios out there that are taking the risk, making something new. And because of a lot of players that are thirsty and hungry for good quality games, unfortunately they don't have the manpower or the servers to comply with the absolutely huge amount of players that are coming in and wanting to play their games. I can give you one example that's happening right now, which is Helldivers 2. A lot of people are wanting to play this game, but they can't they can't give it to you. They don't have enough servers. It's basically like a small time restaurant opened up in a neighborhood that is fed up with overpriced half shitty food, and you're selling tacos that are absolutely amazing, and you're getting 50,000 people just barging in, and there's like a huge line, and you barely have any wait staff on you, barely have any cooks to keep up with the consumer base. This is what's happening with Helldivers right now too, and I really want to play the game, but I can't because I'm waiting for them to get some new servers. So be patient with these small studios, please. Be patient with them, try to give them their time, don't criticize them saying, oh, I can't play this game, it's garbage, it is a mess, and tell yourself, would you rather play a game that's insanely good that a lot of people are enjoying and paying only $20 to $30 for it, or play a game that's $80 or $70 and it has any gameplay or barely players playing it? Hey, it's your money, your choice, but at the end of the day, you know you're wrong. Anyway, that's the end of my videos, guys. It's basically about, you know, AAA and the small indie gaming studios, and I'm hoping you guys give whoever watches this, no matter who you are, give the small studios some chance. Try to not drink of the Kool-Aid of these bigger companies that just sees you as a number, and hopefully you get to enjoy good games as much as I'm hoping to do. Alright, that's it for today, guys. If you like this video and you reached this far, drop a like, drop a subscribe. I'm tending to make more contents during this week, hopefully, and yeah, see you in the next one. Ciao for now.